welcome to Security Expert Online and to the third in our series of training videos addressing the issue of business email compromise. We've previously looked at what a BEC scam is and what scenarios they are likely to appear in, but now we are going to look at what you can do to prevent these kinds of attacks. First and foremost, knowledge is power. Businesses with an increased awareness and understanding of BEC scams are more likely to recognise when they have been targeted by fraudsters and are therefore more likely to avoid falling victim by sending fraudulent payments. You want to make sure your business deploys robust internal prevention techniques at all levels, especially for the frontline employees who may be the recipients of initial email phishing attempts. These have proven highly successful in recognising and deflecting BEC attempts. Some financial institutions have even reported holding their customers' international wire transfer requests for an additional period of time to confirm their authenticity. Now, stay with us for our list of 10 self-protection strategies that will help protect your business from BEC attacks. Number 1, avoid free web-based email accounts. It's really important that you establish a company domain name and use it to create company email accounts in lieu of the free web-based ones. Free email accounts may be tempting due to their ease of use and simplicity, but they look unprofessional and could be a lot less secure. You should also register all company domains that are slightly different to your actual company domain. For example, names that do and don't contain spaces. Number 2, be aware of what you post. You need to be careful when it comes to what you post to company websites and social media, including LinkedIn. This is especially true of job duties and descriptions, hierarchical information, and out-of-office details. In addition to this, you should always be suspicious of requests for secrecy or pressure to act quickly. These are major red flags that you should take extra time and care in dealing with. Number 3, consider additional IT and financial security procedures. These can include the implementation of a two-step verification process, such as out-of-band communication, where you establish other communication channels, such as telephone calls, to verify significant transactions. You should arrange this two-factor authentication early in the relationship and outside the email environment to avoid interception by any hackers. Or using digital signatures, whereby both parties on each side of a transaction utilise digital signatures. However, this won't work with web-based email accounts, but we've already been over them. Additionally, some countries ban or limit the use of encryption, so this might be something to keep in mind. Number 4, immediately report and delete unsolicited email, otherwise known as spam. These are emails received from unknown parties. You should never open a spam email, click on any links in the email, or open any attachments. Pretty obvious, isn't it? But more often than not, these emails contain malware that will give hackers access to your computer system. You can never be too careful. Number 5, never use the reply option to respond to your business emails. Instead, use the forward option and either type in the correct email address or select it from the email address book to ensure the intended recipient's correct email address is used. This may seem counterintuitive, but it's always worth taking the extra steps to ensure your email security. Number 6, consider implementing a two-factor authentication for your corporate email accounts. This mitigates the threat of a subject gaining access to your employees' email accounts through a compromised password by requiring 2 pieces of information to log in. The first being something you know, like a password, and the second being something you have, such as a dynamic PIN or code. This not only provides additional security, but also peace of mind when it comes to your most important email accounts. Number 7, it's always important to be aware of sudden changes in business practices. For example, if one of your current business contacts suddenly asks to be contacted via their personal email address when all previous official correspondence has been through the company email, this should be considered suspicious, as the request could be fraudulent. You should always verify through other channels that you are still communicating with your legitimate business partner. In addition, it's good practice to know the habits of your customers, including the details and amounts of any payments, as well as the reasons behind them. Number 8, you should look to create an intrusion detection system that flag emails with extensions that are like your company email. For example, a detection system for a legitimate email using an underscore would flag fraudulent email from a very similar address that uses a hyphen instead. With a system like this in place, you wouldn't have to waste any time checking your emails are coming from the correct source. Number 9, you want to verify changes in vendor payment location by adding additional two-factor authentication. This could be having a secondary sign-off by other company personnel. Ensure that you carefully scrutinise all email requests for transfers of funds to determine if the requests are out of the ordinary. You should be 100% certain of where your money is going and who it's going to. Lastly, number 10. Confirm requests for the transfer of funds. Always be aware of when money transfers are taking place. If you're using phone verification as part of your two-factor authentication, for example, use previously known numbers, not the numbers provided in the email request. This will add another layer of protection and security to your online fund transfers. By using these straightforward hints and tips, you can help to ensure the security and protection of your business. Make sure to watch the other videos in this training series for more on BEC awareness and protection. Thank you for watching, and remember, together online we make the world a safer place.